Once upon a time, there was a girl who could do anything in the world she wanted to do. All she had to do was choose something and focus. So one day she sat down and began to paint. Every stroke she made was more perfect than previous. She eventually finished painting and stared proudly at her work. It was obvious that she was an artist, and she knew it too. But a few moments later, she got anxious and quickly stood up because she realized that while she had the ability to do anything in the world she wanted to do, she was simply spending her time moving paint around on a piece of canvas. She was disappointed that she was only focusing on painting. She felt like there was much more in the world to see and to do. So many options were there. And finally, she decided to do something else in her life. So she started to walk and think and walk. She had to choose one thing out of all possibilities in the world. Should she practice medicine or design buildings or teach children? She was confused. So, in thinking, she passed many days. 25 years passed. She had been walking for so long, but she hadn't done anything meaningful at all. And at last, she learned that life is not about possibility, or life is not about options, because anything is possible. But life is about making a decision, deciding to do something that moves you. So the girl, who was no longer a girl, purchased some canvas and paint. She started painting again, in which she was excellent. She smiled and continued because she finally had made a decision. To understand self, one should look at interrelated dynamic component called attitude. So to understand ourself clearly and meaningfully, we should first understand what attitude is. So what's an attitude? How do I get one? So our attitude, everybody has a certain set of attitude, certain kind of attitude. We don't need to get it. It is not available at any store or any market. So we have it, but we have to shape it, or we have to develop or improve it. Yeah. Attitude. Attitude is a complex mental state involving beliefs and feelings and values disposition to act in certain way. So attitude is a mental state which involves beliefs, feelings, values, thoughts, etc. So Alport has defined attitude as a mental and neural state of readiness, organized, thorough experiences, exerting a directive or dynamic influence upon the individual's response to all objects and situations with which it is related. So, we can define attitude as a collection of mental and neural state of readiness, willingness to do something, or the experiences we get by making some decisions or by taking some steps in our life, etc. Say that attitude is everything because attitude itself shapes our behavior, actions, and emotions. On the based on our attitude, we behave. Based on our attitude, we react to certain situation. So, attitude is the key to open all the doors of our life. So, our attitude enables us to be the best person or to be the worst person in our life. So, by shaping or by making our attitude good, we can develop our personality, we can make our personality also good. Therefore, to understand the concept of attitude, we can compare our human attitude with the iceberg. So can you see the iceberg which is submerged in water? So how much part of an iceberg can you see? Okay, maybe only 10% of an iceberg is visible, right? So the remaining part is below sea level, which is not visible. So the only part which is above the level of water is visible to us, and the other 90% part of the iceberg is submerged, or it is below the sea level, right? Can you see the image? So, the iceberg phenomena is also applicable on humans. We can apply this principle or this concept on humans' attitude. So, we can say that the visible part of an iceberg is our knowledge and skills, our behavior. Okay, and the unknown part, which is submerged below the sea level or which is not visible to others, is our attitude. So attitude is not visible, but behavior, knowledge and skills are visible. So attitude influences our knowledge, skills and behavior, which is known to others or which is visible to others. So with the comparison of iceberg which is submerged in water, we can compare our attitude also. So the knowledge and skills, which is the upper part which is above the sea level, is knowledge, skills, behaviors, our actions, etc., which is easily visible to others, which others can easily see and understand about others, but attitude is unknown to others. So, based on our attitude, we react to certain situations. So, attitude is unknown to others. It is a reflection on individual's personality. So, attitude is the reflection of attitude is knowledge, skills and behavior, which is visible to others. Generally, attitudes can be positive or negative views of a person, a place, a thing or event. For example, attitude, you may like a person, you may dislike a person. So based on your taste or based on your standards, you may like a person, you may dislike a person. So attitude can also be positive, that is liking someone, negative, that is disliking someone or any object, or also any place or thing. Okay, so to summarize, attitude is a way of responding to certain situations. How you respond or how you react to a certain situation is attitude. Okay, so an attitude is a hypothetical construct that represent an individual's degree to like or dislike an item. It is a individual's construct or a concept which represents a person's degree to like or dislike something. Positive attitude. Positive attitude means the predisposition that results in desirable outcomes for individuals and organizations. So positive attitude is something which is desirable, which is likable, which is in favorable to the organization or to any individual. For example, you like sweets, so it is desirable. Okay, so you like a person, that is desirable, so which is favorable. Okay, negative attitude is a tendency of a person that results in an undesirable outcome for individuals and organization. So negative attitude is undesirable, which is not good, which is not in a positive way, which is not motivating or which is not favorable. So usually attitudes can be learned or acquired in the course of our experiences. As we grow, as we gain certain experiences in life, our attitude keeps on developing. So attitude is learned and acquired. It is not born tendency, it is learned. Okay, based on the situations we face, based on the actions we take, based on the education we get, based on our learning, our attitude is shaped. they are not inborn. Attitude is a not born quality, or it is not acquired with the help of heredity, or it is not a thing which we have by birth. No, but it is acquired by learning or by experiences. Okay, for example, hunger for food is inborn, right? So as soon as we are born, we feel hungry. We learn to feed ourselves, right? So right from our birth, we have a tendency to feel hungry and to fill our stomach with food, right? But our preferences for some particular food is our attitude. For example, some people like rice, some people like roti, some people like spicy food, some people like some people like sweets, etc. So hunger for food is our inborn tendency or quality, but our preferences for food is our attitude. Okay, so some may like rice, some may not like rice. So it is our preference makes our attitude. So it is our, but it the preference can be said as attitude, which is gained through experience and learning. Understand? So attitudes are more less stable. Attitudes are dynamic. They are not stable because attitude keeps on changing, or attitude develops variations. It is never stagnant. It is not stable over time. Attitude keeps on changing over time based on the situations and based on our experiences. For example, after the World Trade Center attack, the attitudes of Americans towards immigrants changed drastically. So, after the attack on World Trade Center, the attitude of Americans changed towards those who are immigrant. Okay, so attitudes are goal directed, either in positive or negative way. So, to direct attitude or to take actions, or to attitude is based on our goals. So based on the goals or objectives, attitude can be changed. So attitude denotes an adjustment of an individual towards selected aspects of environment. For example, if an individual regrets his action, it indicates an attitude of repentance. For example, if you have done something wrong and you regret it and you feel that you should have not done it, so this is known as repentance attitude, and you think that you understood that it was a mistake and you should have not done it, and then after that you will never do the same mistake, right? So this can be said as attitude of repentance. And attitudes are generally shared by the members of a group. So if we are associated in a particular group, we share similar kinds of attitude. They are more or less common among all the members with few exceptions, right? So usually a group shares similar kind of attitude. For example, a group of cricketers, so they possess similar kind of attitude towards game because they work as a team. So to work as a team, we should have some common qualities, right? They should be good in bowling, they should be good in fielding, they should be good in batting, etc. So these attitudes should be shared with in common. So every member of the cricket team should have those attitudes or qualities. This is all about the meaning of attitude. Thank you.